because Mama said so. I had a date tonight with Officer McCotty, and so I thought while I get my makeup done for our little date tonight that I would kind of go over my heart for this channel. I've always loved to cook. Everybody knows I love to cook, and I've always loved to post pictures of like what I'm doing and everything, and I always found it really fun and creative. I also find it fun to share those recipes and to, you know, help people figure out how to do the whole like meal planning thing, because I think cooking at home is really important. This is a no shame in your mama game channel, because sometimes, you know, you pick up pizza from Little Caesars, or you, instead of making your own chicken, you get rotisserie chicken, you know. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but Cooper's barking and Scarlett's chasing him. So, real life. So when I decided to start this channel, my whole goal for it is I wanted to be able to, you know, share my recipes and stuff like that. But I also want to help inspire people to kind of fall in love with that role. If you are the person in your house that is in charge of feeding your people, if you're the person that's in charge of meal planning, if you're the person that's in charge of, I may not be able to film getting ready and talk at the same time, who knows. If you're the person that's in charge of that, that's like actually a really important job. So I like to think about like when I was growing up, you know, my mama would cook for us on Sunday afternoons, and it was always kind of the same thing. It was like some version of chicken, rice, gravy, macaroni and cheese, stuff like that. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about, you know, how I felt about like my mama's cooking and everything, and being in her kitchen, and, you know, her standing there over the stove. And I watched a documentary recently with Michael Pollan. It's called Cooked on Netflix. And in this particular documentary, he actually makes homemade kimchi. And so, of course, I had to go down a Google rabbit hole about kimchi and how to make it and stuff. And I saw another article that he had written where he talked about actually going to Korea and learning how to make kimchi from like a little Korean lady. And so I thought it was so cool, because one of the things that he talked about when she was telling him how to make kimchi, she was saying that there's two different kinds of tastes. That there's tongue taste and there's hand taste. And I laughed because Michael thought that the translator was kind of messing up, you know, the translation, because he was like, hand taste? That doesn't make any sense. So anyway, she started kind of talking. She's like, you know, tongue taste is that, you know, manufactured taste where you can combine different flavors and different things into a way that's delicious, that makes you want to eat them. That takes like the skill, the training, the expertise, and the knowledge of how flavors work together. She said, but hand taste is something that you can't buy and you can't manufacture, because hand taste is the working together of the ingredients. It is something that the person who does the cooking gives to the people that they are cooking for. Since they are working with it and putting together and putting the ingredients together, they're the person putting it, creating the taste. And Michael Pollan said basically what she was saying was hand taste is the love. And so if you're the person in your house that is creating the love, if you're the person in your house that is doing the meal planning and creating that sense of warmth and coziness and feeding your people, that's a really awesome place to be. I think historically, being the person that is in the kitchen, I don't know, I feel like it has kind of gotten a bad rap over the last few years. I feel like it's become this thing where, you know, you're the person that has to go and cook and slave in the kitchen in the heat and put together all the things. And, you know, it's not a very honored position. Especially, I think, maybe when you're a little bit younger, you don't see the value in it. But I think, especially as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that, you know, like my mom being in the kitchen and my mama being in the kitchen, and even interacting with people, you know, in general, it's like you come to realize that everybody has a story about like their favorite recipe or something that they eat that kind of takes them back, and they get this warm, fuzzy feeling. And that's because of the hand taste that someone has given to them through the love of food, you know. And so I keep laughing because I keep thinking of like Biggest Loser and everything for years, trying to break this idea that food is love, you know, because people have trouble with gaining weight and everything. And I definitely think that there's a balance. But through this channel, what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to get to a place where I can share with you, you know, how to meal plan, how to love yourself enough to meal plan in a way that you can feel successful in what you're doing. You feel successful as the person in your home that's doing the cooking and the meal planning, while you're working, while you're going to school, while you're doing all these other things. Because, you know, I'm a full-time working mom. I'm a full-time special education paraprofessional. And I'm also a full-time graduate student at Missouri Baptist University for clinical mental health and school counseling. I'm busy, but I really do love to cook for my family. I really do love to put things together. And so I'm hoping that through this channel, I can share with you some of the things that I do to make my life easier, to love myself enough to set myself up to be successful. And listen to me when I say this wholeheartedly. There is no shame in your mama game or dad game if you're in the dad in the house doing it. Because you know what? There's going to be some nights that dinner is going to look like Little Caesar's pizza, and there's going to be some nights that dinner is going to look like scrambled eggs and bacon. Who doesn't love breakfast for dinner? There's going to be nights where dinner is going to look like something you had the chance to spend a lot of time on, and you know, you're going to feel really proud to serve it. And then there's going to be times where dinner is going to look like picking up Happy Meals on the way home. I definitely am not going to throw shade at anything that you choose to do, as long as you understand that being in charge of feeding your people is a calling, and it's important. And so what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to help you in this process to meal plan, to organize, to figure out what to do, how to do maybe some freezer meals, so that way you can, you know, in tougher seasons be able to feed your people and maybe not even be home. They can just put it in the oven and have something to eat. And I also want to help you to have fun. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to kind of maybe fall in love with being in the kitchen. I know I hear people all the time say that they hate to cook, and I really don't think people hate to cook. I think people hate the disorganization and the chaos sometimes that cooking can create. Because think about it, you know, the mental spoons to put together, you know, the meal plan, the grocery list, to do the grocery shopping, to put away the groceries, to, you know, organize the fridge, to make sure you have what you need, to think ahead in the morning to take something out to thaw or to start the crock pot. All of these things, these are not small tasks. These are big tasks. I have executive dysfunction issues. Like, I have trouble with planning and organizing and keeping like 9 different plates spinning. And I know right now you're sitting here thinking, then why on earth are you adding a YouTube channel to full-time job and mom and wife and all that kind of stuff? It's because I've gotten fairly decent at doing all of this. And so I would absolutely love to share that with you. Another hope is that if I do this, that maybe when my kids are grown and they're outside of their home and maybe they're like, man, I'm really feeling stuck, I don't know how to do X, Y, or Z, they can go, oh, I can go to Mama's YouTube channel because she made a video of exactly how to do X, Y, Z. Because on this channel, we're going to do some cleaning, we're going to do some meal planning, we're going to do some cooking, we're going to do all kinds of fun stuff, you know. And every once in a while, we'll have deep thoughts by Mama, because I like to run my mouth and I have a lot of things going on in my head. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited for you to be a part of it. And I'm really excited to go see the Meg tonight. because I love shark movies. So right now, this is like a time capsule video, I guess you could say. Right now, I have, I think six YouTube followers. I have 6 people that are going on this journey with me right now. Who knows where it'll be, you know. I'm just praying it does exactly what I'm hoping for it to do. I'm hoping for it to be a blessing, not only to me, but to other people. And also something that maybe in the future, you know, my kiddos might come across and maybe be able to use in their lives, you know, to help them do things. Who knows, you know? I think I'm going to go with red lipstick. Caleb likes the red. Do we like the red? So, I hope you've enjoyed this video of watching me try and put my makeup on and talk at the same time. I don't know that that's necessarily my my shtick or my thing, but I do hope that you will come on this journey and that you will understand my heart. I also hope that if at any point in time I do a video and you feel shame or inadequate or not good enough, I need you to hear me very, very loud and clear. That it's taken me a long time to get to a place where meal planning and cooking and stuff is something that I adore and I love and is a passion. It took me a while to get here. So don't be hard on yourself if, you know, I'm talking about the love for cooking and you're over here like, that sounds awful, Leslie. I don't know why you're saying that. I don't want you to feel bad about that. I want you to start where you are. If all you have is, you know, 2 pots, 2 pans, and 1 spoon, that's what I want you to start with. If all you have is, you know, 1 type of chicken and I use another type of chicken, modify it. There are no rules here. The only rule is really to love yourself enough to value what you're doing for your family, to value the energy that you're putting in, and also to fall in love with the creativity of cooking and be that person that feeds your people. Because that's a huge, huge, huge part and a huge role in your family, is being that person that loves your family enough to organize and to meal plan and to be the person that cooks. I will suggest many things over this video. I've already suggested one, that Netflix documentary called Cooked. It's phenomenal. It's extremely cerebral look at food and where food comes from and how it all came about. And so I would recommend watching that to get inspired. I hope to share some recipes with you that maybe help you. And I will say this, there will be a mental health component to my channel, because, well, not only am I going to school for it, so I'm constantly learning new things and I just literally can't wait to share them. Also, I have had struggles with anxiety and depression, and I still continue at this point to sometimes struggle with that, and I'm going to be completely transparent about all of it, so that could be exciting or scary. But there will be a mental health component to this, because here's the thing. It's sometimes hard to put all of these things together when you're depressed. It's hard to put all of these things together when you're anxious. And so there's going to be a component of mental health to this channel. So you're going to see a couple different things. This probably isn't going to look like, you know, just cooking. It's because it's not just cooking. Cooking encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses the mental spoons to put things together. It encompasses the planning. It encompasses your feelings about you in the role that you have in your family, whether or not you feel successful or not. It's not just about the recipes, but I do believe it is about the love. And so thank you so much for watching me get ready for my date to see the Meg. I just realized I have all this dry shampoo in my hair and it looks so gray, but that's okay. We don't do perfect here. So hopefully you'll tune in and kind of go on this journey with me. And as always, comment if there's something that you want to know or something that you want to see or a question that you want to ask. I'm pretty transparent. So everybody, have a good day.